Many youngsters ask me, what is the rate? Will I get a higher return in small cap or mid cap or in large cap? Honestly, till you're about 40 years of age or 45 years of age and you have accumulated a corpus, rate of return doesn't matter. What matters is the saving rate. What rate of your income are you able to save? Are you able to save 10%, 20%, 90%, whatever? That is far more important. So concentrate on the amount that you save, that which will get converted to investment. So how much money can you put into your ultra short bond fund on the monthly basis, whatever percentage, then calculate the percentage and check out whether you are happy with the percentage. And so these 2-3 things are very important. And then when you are getting married, make sure that you marry a girl who's got similar ideas, because most fights, most marriages which end in divorce, they could tell you different reasons, but largely starts with financial misunderstanding, not being on the same page and things like that. So very important that you get married to a person who is financially also compatible with you. If somebody tells you equity is risky, they are right. If somebody tells you debt is risky, they are right. Right, so it's very important to know that equity is risky in the short run. The money that you require 3 months later should not be in equity. It should be in very low volatile debt instruments like ultra short bond fund or liquid fund or a bank FD, where there will be no volatility. And because you are not worried about inflation over a 3-month period. 3-month inflation is not going to hurt you. Even if it's a 2-year thing, if 2 years later you want to get your kid admitted in school, some school which costs you about 3 lakhs, and you're saving 10,000 per month or 15,000 per month for that amount, then fine, perfectly all right, that should become an RD, or that should become get into ultra short bond fund or liquid fund. That's very important. However, money for your retirement and your wife's retirement and all that, which is 25-30 years later, should go into equity. So both are risky. Equity is risky, debt is risky, but you have to understand why you're putting in equity and why you're putting in debt. You will definitely earn well if you put money in equity, but understanding equity, step 1 is to understand that in equity the prices will fluctuate, so your portfolio will fluctuate. So the greater the amount that you have in ultra short bond fund, the greater confidence you have, saying anyway I don't need the equity income for the next 20-30 years, so I don't have to worry. In case of an emergency, I've got 5 lakhs lying in the ultra short bond fund, or 2.5 lakhs, whatever number you are comfortable with. So that gives you strength to handle volatility. So being conservative, having money in funds like ultra short bond fund, or having a parent who never invests in equity market, gives you strength to say, okay, in a worst case scenario, I can go to my ultra short bond fund, or I have a parent whom I can fall back on. For people without all that, equity is more difficult, so more reason for you to be in an index fund to start with, and keep learning how to build your equity portfolio. Earning high returns in equity comes by sitting tight during bad times. So if the market has fallen 30% or 20% and you have already invested, you have to keep quiet. So keeping quiet is very, very easy in theory. I can tell you, I kept quiet in March 2020. I actually bought, but you have to understand that is 40 years experience speaking, right? So when you have experience, it is easier to do these things. Otherwise, it's very difficult to sit tight in a falling market, because the market is here and the market falls and you think, oh my God, now I should sell. Then you sell and then market falls further. You're convinced that you were right. But then the market goes up higher, much higher than where it started falling from. So then you feel, oh my God, I shouldn't have sold. So these are very difficult decisions. Therefore, there is something called rupee cost averaging or dollar cost averaging, which in mutual fund parlance is called SIP, or systematic investment plan. I'm sure you can Google and find out what is systematic investment plan. But systematic investment plan does one thing. It removes from your head the fear that whether you should be investing. So if you're 22, yes, go ahead and put money in equity, knowing that you require it after 40 years. However, if you're 72 years of age and you need that money immediately, then be worried that you don't have time to go back and rebuild. Therefore, your ability to lose money is reduced at 72 than it was at 22. So you'll have to be more conservative. That's all. Nothing else really matters. Many people have lost money in cryptocurrency, not because of cryptocurrency is good or bad or ugly. I'm not even getting into that. They lost money because they did not understand what it means. Secondly, if you are an ordinary middle class person, entering a field which has no regulator is pretty dangerous. It's like a banana peel when you're doing roller skates, right? It's very difficult to understand, then stay away. That's all. It's as simple as that. So to being conservative, investing only in things which you understand are very good first steps while investing. So whenever you are investing, if you don't understand, say I do not understand. I think the best 4 words in learning about any subject is I do not understand, right? So that will force you to learn about it instead of pretending that you understand. So the marketeers want you to pretend that you understand. If you're not understanding, say I do not understand. Don't wait to see a correlation. Don't think, oh, I've seen very good results of this company, so I should be buying the share. That is exactly the time when maybe the more smarter investors who had known that the results are going to be good are dumping, right? So buying a share when nobody is looking at it is much better than buying a share exactly when the results are announced and you say, oh my god, in Coal India I'm getting 8% return, I'm getting 15% return, whatever you think you're getting. Just take your eyes off the share which is announced a dividend or announced a bonus or anything. Everybody is interested. Wait for 15 days, 20 days, 1 month, and then nobody would be interested and you get the share at the same price. So remember, volatility can be managed by not looking at shares exactly at a time when everybody is looking at it. So 6 monthly return, quarterly result, dividend announcement, bonus announcement, any such thing, right? For example, Nika everybody is looking at Nika today, so stop looking at Nika. It doesn't matter, stay away, whatever be the reasons. You want to buy, don't want to buy, I'm not recommending. Coal India, it has declared, I think, 15 rupees dividend. So at 250, should you be buying it? At 240, should you be buying it? Very difficult to say. So just stop looking at a share when it is near some announcement. Just announced, about to announce, or 10 days after announcing. That's not a time to be buying. Just wait, relax. Market never goes up in a hurry. So if not Coal India, you may be able to buy ONGC. If not ONGC, IOC. So don't worry, there would be enough shares available. Do not buy it at the time when they're announcing something.